Okay, I'm going to lose myself, all right? So I'm going to try and keep you updated. This might take a while. 1 and 6 on your telephone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I invert, when I take this page and I turn it around, okay, the 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 and 4 is like 1 and 6. And the same thing for 7 and 6, okay, as it is for 3 and 4. 3 and 4 come together and they create a time, okay, but we're going to go on the first one. When 1 and 6 join together at 7, the hour is from 12 o'clock, okay. Why am I using 12 o'clock? Because it's not 12 up here. It's 12 over here. Okay, you know how we get 12 over there? I'm going to show you again. You got to build Big Ben, right? You got to understand the whole points. You're starting over here from the center of the clock. Okay, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you go from the center of the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 moves and 7 moves. Here you have completed one area. Here you have not. I'm not sure if I should have went to the top. I didn't even want to do it that way. I didn't want to do it that way. I didn't want to start that. This is too long. Let me keep it short. The 6 is 90 degrees from 5, giving you 3 o'clock. At the same time, it gives you 1,500 hours. At the same time, it gives you 90 degrees or 1/4 of your day. Regardless of what you do, 1/4 of your day is 6 hours. So you get 6 hours and 3 hours. That is your creation, 3 and 6 on the clock. And they run in sequence, the same over here. Obviously, they were duplicated. Now when we come to count up and 3 down with 1 and 6, if the 6 dice is showing to the top, okay, automatically it means life is up. Life is down, 6 is up. It means 1 is down. 1 goes down with 6 into the 2 world. 2, 5. Number 2, in between, goes over here to live on the clock. 6 is up. 1 is down. We come over here. If 6 is up, then because you don't see the number, which one of 1 is down? Because there's 1 inside of 3, and there's 1 inside of 5. But hold on a second. This one goes to the other end and brings its life down to the other world, showing you the 2 down is the 5 up. This brings the life, so you get 4 and 1 and 2. You get 4 and 2. That's your 6, 4 and 2. You duplicate one of these areas, and once you duplicate one of these areas, they go in and fill the gaps. If 6 is down and 1 is up, then you will automatically have to get a 4. Why? Because 4 and 6 is 10, the same way 1 and 9 was 10. Now, 4 and 6 is 10, and 1 is 9 is 10. This is the Budweiser bow tie, getting the best of both worlds, getting the top 2 corners here and the top 2 corners here, getting you the bow tie, which makes everything perfect. 10, 10, 10, 10 through the 5 area. The 5 area, because all you need is another 4 just like this, and you're good. You have the plus, and you have all the angles covered, all 45-degree angles covered. And why? Because you own this one over here. This is the core, the apple. This is the one that does all the running. This is where he runs from. He runs from here. He runs to here. He runs from here. He runs to here. He runs from here. He runs to here. He runs to here, 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 and here. Now this one over here runs to here. This one over here runs to here. This one over here runs to here. This one over here. You see, every single one has to be able to run 1 from the center. So anyways, we're going to go to 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is 7. If we flip it upside down, 3 and 4 to 7, you will have 7 and 6. 3 and 4 is 7. Your 7 and 6 is 13. The time on 7 and 6, here's your 6, and here's your 7. Now, we're pretending that the clock is standing up straight. This is 90 degrees into 6, and this is 135 degrees southwest into 7. This in a time clock 135 degrees is 3, 6, 9 hours. So there'd be 15 hours gone in the day. This would be 9 hours. Did I do that right? 135 degrees. This would be 3 hours over here. That's correct. So that's what it'd be. It'd be 9, and then this would be the 15-minute part, but it's also the 90 degrees even plane, the equator, which means whichever what you guys do with that equation. When 3 is up and 4 is down, 7 and 6 are represented in each of them. Here's your 4 and here's your 3. 3 and 4 and 7 and 6, the represented 7 and 3 is 10, 7 and 4 is 11, 6 and 4 is 10, 6 and 3 is 9, 9, 10, and 11 inside. But when you're in the 7 world, this is the 7 world. The 7 world brings in the 10 world. Why does the 7 world bring in the 10 worlds? Because, how can I explain this? And I better do it right. The 7 world is the gateway, right? The 10 world is 5 and 5. The other one is 3, 1, 3. Okay? So you make 2 palms. Your 5 and your 5, your 2 hands, your 5 and your 5. So now I have to come down to where was I? Where was I? Oh my God. The 3, yes. The 3 and the 4. DC. In this, you have 3 and 4, 7. And in this, okay, you have not even this. You have 2 and 4 and 1. In this, you have your 7. And in this, you have your 7. Look, this will create the H. You have to build with these things. These things are to build. We build with these things. But I still didn't do this. Once you have the 7, 3 and 4 is 7. Okay. Once you have 3 and 4 is 7. When you have 6 and 7, you're above 4. You're above 2. Once you're above 2, anything after 4 is in the next area. So the next 2 numbers in the next area, the 3 and 4, on the other side of 5 is 6 and 7. So this one gets a 5 and this one gets a 5. One gets a 5 and 1. The other one gets a 5 and a 2. The numbers for 5 and 1 is Mars, and the numbers for 5 and 2 is Earth. The diameter of the moon is 3467. The number to gold is also the same thing. The number to the club who runs everything is also the same thing from 3 and 4. 3 equalities in a number, it equals to 56, equaling to 2. And 4 equals to 60, becomes 66, becomes 3. This is that 3-2 world over here. This is that backdoor 3-2. Okay, now you have to remember that 9 and 4 is 13. 9 by 4 is 360 degrees. The reflection of 9 and 4 is 1 and 6. 1 times 6, 6 degrees, times 60. This one is times 60. Okay, this one was times 10. 6 times the difference. Did you follow what I said? When we do this clock over here, okay, and this clock over here, the difference between these 2 clocks, and it's also the sign of Amtrak and Africa, this sign over here. This also changes into low shoe between 4, 8, and 7, which is 28 and 56, 93. It's talking about the Saturn skies. So this one over here, 6 and 7, 13, and 1 and 6, 7 equals 20. 20 plus 6 equals 26. This equals to the 8 world on this side. If I did the same thing the other way, okay, and I went 3, 5, 9, let me see exactly what it says. 3, 5, 9, 15, and 5 by 9 is 45, equaling to 60. I create 60 alone on this side. So anyways, we're going to go back to this. 60 was the number. 60, hold on a second. 3 times 4, yes, 3 plus 4 was 7, 13, right, 20, plus the 6 makes 26. I was talking about Saturn moons. Oh my God, I'm off to left field. Sorry about that. Now, the last one was 5 and 2. Okay, now, while 1 and 6 is up, 5 and 2 is on the side. If 5 and 2 is on the side, 5 and 2 are here and here. As long as, okay, it's on the side. As long as 6 and 1 is up, 2 and 5 will work with 3 and 4. When 2 and 5 are up, okay, and 8 and 5 is the reflection, because of the 10-10 world. 10-10 world means you get 5 here and you get 5 here and you put 7 in the center. There's a gateway between the two sides, okay? That's the way it works. 2 palms, 28 days of the moon, 258, okay? 140. So then when you get the 2-5 coming together and you get the 2-5 with the 1-6. 2-5 comes at 1-6. That means 3 and 4 are up and down. If 2-5 is here, 8-5 comes. 8-5 comes when 1-6 comes. Okay? And when 2-5 comes, 3-4 is coming with it. Even though there's 7-7, 7 and 6, and 5 and 8 are the numbers that create the 10-10. 5 and 5 is 10. 8 and 2 is 10. 1 and 9 is 10. 6 and 4 is 10. Now, if they're laid to the side, if the dice is on the side, it's counting for 2 worlds. This one and this one. This world's here and this world's here. This one is counting for 1 world over here. Okay, this is on the side. So if it's 14 on the side, French fries on the side, it also looks like mud. 14 on the side and 7 up, all up, down. Then this is 2 to 1 for this number. So that means that would be 5 and 5 and 7 in the middle. The only time it changes is with 6 and 1. 6 and 1 is the only natural dice where this center goes right through here without any other disturbance. So once this comes here, the rayons can break anyways. Let's not get into that. So now we have these numbers here. Now when it turns to the side, this 6 and 1, instead of having 9 and 4, but they have to be perfect to each other. The other world does not have to be perfect to each other. This one does. It has to be 10-10. It has to work out perfect because the world that owns it, okay, is matching the 2 worlds. So 1 and 6, if you want to change 1 and 6, well, you really can't change it. But this one will get number 3 or 12. Okay, this one will get 7. 3 and 7 is created from this scenario over here where 8 and 5 comes together with man. Where 3 and 4 does not create the same scenario, it removes 1 and 6. I know this sounds a little confusing. I like to sit down when somebody's going to ask me a question. It's easy to show the numbers. But you can also see, look at these numbers here, how they come together. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is really what we want, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, the straight. No 1 because your 5 is in here. Altogether, it means you started with a box. So you started with half of all these numbers. This is the start right here, this corner. Looks like a little dog. So this is the way it works with the dice up and down. There's 7, 10, 13 worlds up and down on the numbers. If one world is up and down, it owns the other 2 worlds. So that would mean it would be 3 to 1. Would it not be 3 to 1? If this 6 is up, okay, it owns the other 2. Oh, it owns the other 2 worlds around it. This one owns the other 2. 5 and 5. This one's 7 because it owns the gateway to this one, the gateway to this one, the gateway 6, and the gateway 6 becomes the gateway 7 in between, holding to the gateway. So this is 7, 10, and 13 the way these work. I was designing something very small, and every time you design certain things, I've got the dog, I've got the river, I've got the boot, and I've got whatever this peanut is, but everything takes its own formation. Even this, just all I have to do is reach the points to square things off. You need to take, I mean, no matter how much of a circle you want, right? The circle is no good. The circle, here's a circle, right? But I'm going to show you, if the circle doesn't have what I show you, right? Unless it's out of air, then it's a flat. Do you understand? The circle out of air is a flat. They can grow up and grow themselves. X and O go together. Otherwise, a circle and a circle inside is just a tire, a ring. There's nothing there. A hole for air, but that's what you want. You want the passage. So I'm going to show you one more time. I'm going to show myself one more time. Here's a circle. But if you don't do this to the circle cannot do anything. Do you understand? They stopped. They put some kind of blocks on the circle. right? But to control this circle, right? You see this X? You want to see how the circle works? You want to see? You want me to show you a little bit about the circle? This is the circle, right? You see this, right? He grows. He grows out of him. The circle grows out of him, and he can walk now. The circle. He can run the circle. Inside of X is O because O, the circle, is so perfect. When it needs to be X, he gets big. When it needs to be O, she gets big. Whoever needs whatever it is, they get bigger than each other and they go on their way. The circle with the square are nothing if they can't be flat together. Raphael 7286. In the constellation of Pegasus, without one, the other one is not balling, right? This circle also owns the heart together. This circle binds A and D and B and B together. This circle is a piece, a perfectly orchestrated piece through 90 degrees, through each and every one of this, joining the entirety, telling me that that circle cell, the cell in its own, it's the reality of anything else. But if it doesn't have the space, okay, and the elements to live, what good is a ball when you can't play on the beach? Raphael 7286, the constellation of Pegasus. Welcome into the new world.